السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله أما بعد. The verses that were just recited, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us about his conversation that he will have with Isa alayhi salatu wassalam on the day of judgment. He will call Isa alayhi salam in front of the entire creation and ask him the question, did you tell your people to worship you besides Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? And of course his answer is, I only told them what you told me to tell them, and that is to worship you alone. And it's said that, it's narrated, that not in our text, but it's narrated that when Isa alayhi salatu wasalam was supposed to have been crucified, and a crucifixion occurred, but as Allah tells us, it was someone else who was crucified, but made to look like Isa alayhi salatu wasalam. After that moment, Isa alayhi salam returned to his disciples. And when they saw him, they were shocked because they thought it was Isa who was crucified. And so they thought they were looking at a ghost. And they were just shocked. And Isa told them, what's the matter with you? Is this you? Or are you a spirit? He said, I am me, flesh and bones. And they just couldn't believe it. And he's telling them, this is me, it's me. And another narration, word started getting out that people were calling Isa alayhi salam son of God and son of God. And he came and gathered everyone and he said, O people, what do you say about Musa alayhi salam? They said he is a messenger of God and a human being. He said, I am a messenger of God like Musa alayhi salam. What will I do in front of Allah if I endorse what you are saying, that I am a son of God? He is speaking to his people and they're not listening. Ibrahim alayhi salam. Later tonight we will go over the verses. وَإِذْ قَالَ إِبْرَاهِيمُ لِأَبِيهِ آزَرَ أَتَتَّخِذُ أَصْنَامًا آلِهَةً. Ibrahim told his father, oh my father, are you really worshipping idols besides Allah? Idols, these stones and these statues that cannot talk to you, they cannot hear you, they can't do anything for you. He was talking to him, but what was his father's response in Surah Maryam? لَإِن لَمْ تَنْتَهِ لَأَرْجُمَنَّكَ وَهْجُرْنِي مَلِيًّا. If you don't stop talking, if you don't stop saying this, I'm going to stone you, just go away from me. He didn't listen to what Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam was saying. Now, parents, we tend to not listen to what our kids say. The most common complaint of youth, my parents don't listen to me. And as parents, you are more experienced, no doubt. And sometimes our kids, they exaggerate what's going on. They're complaining about something that really shouldn't be complaining. They shouldn't be complaining about. They are trying to make excuses for something that's really their fault. But still, listening is so important in a relationship. It means everything. These people who were looking at their prophets and weren't listening to them, what was the end result? The father Ibrahim, in the afterlife, is of the people of hellfire. Those who didn't listen to Isa alayhi salam when he said, I am only a messenger, a human, what's their fate on the day of judgment? Now, of course, when it comes to parent-child relationship, it's not that serious. But the idea is, when we listen to one another, there's more to gain. We succeed. When a parent listens to their child, it at least allows the child to feel like their parent cares, that they are safe with their parents, that they can speak to their parents. They're not going to be shut out. And as a parent, you are the experienced one. You're the one who's supposed to guide and to show them the correct way. But listen first and then give your advice. Listen first and then react. Listen first and then give your guidance so that the relationship builds. And it isn't simply, I don't have time for this. I don't want to hear this. And shut the kid out. So learn from the prophets and the lessons that we see in these verses, in their stories. Listen to your children so that inshallah, when they get older, they will listen to you. That's how it works. And so we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for tawfiq.